my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In yesterday's video, we did have a full day of party banter, so I hope you found that as amusing as I did. In today's video, I do want to do a revisit to all of my companions and advisors to do one final catch-up before we head out to the Western Approach to do our next major quest line. So I did talk to Josephine at the end of the video a couple days ago, but I want to check in with her one more time just to see if there's anything new. So let's start with her.
Lord Dorian that I can't get him an invitation to the Wintersun Ball in Leeds. He won't be surprised. He said it would probably be beyond you. It's not beyond me, it's... Tell him I'll try.
Wow, good manipulation, Dorian. Okay, with Josephine.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Radonis of Tevinter and King Markus of Nevarra. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then we've impressed them. I'm not sure I'm honored. Yeah, of course we're famous. I'm not sure I'm honored.
I assume that means they both want something very badly from us.
You're quite correct. Archon Radonis requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevarran-Tevinter border. King Markus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevarra instead of Tevinter.
I don't want to do either. Well, what would you do?
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orla is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Markus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
Interesting. What's King Markus like?
What sort of man is the King of Nevarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentaghast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Nevarra.
Yeah, does Cassandra support him?
As a Pentaghast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sikar Pentaghast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Or non-existent. Why does Radonis, I forget how she says it, why does he need us?
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Radonis has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
And what's the Archon like?
Tell me about Radonis.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Well, since Josephine recommended we should aid Tevinter, then I'll go with her recommendation, because I don't have a preference.
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
Great. Anything else? No? Well, I can't even talk to her anymore, so we must be done. Well, Varric didn't have anything new to say, so let's try Solas.
Hello.
Let's try this special. Tell me more of yourself.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
Thank you, that must have been quick. We're not here for me. Thanks, I guess?
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
I wouldn't have allowed that, of course she did. It got results. Well, yeah, of course Cassandra would say something like that.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
But you didn't, and you were smart too. Yeah, where were you gonna go?
The breach threatened the whole world. Where did you plan to go?
Someplace far away, where I might research a way to repair the breach before its effects reached me. I never said it was a good plan. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
Where are we? Because it's Haven, but Haven was destroyed, and now we're having like flip-flops. Are we like in a dream sequence or something? I'm very confused by this. This matters to you. That isn't how it happened. I'm glad you stayed. This isn't how it happened, maybe?
You didn't say it that way, I don't think. You just said it.
Is that how you remember it? That is what I mean about perception shaping our existence.
But that's only true in the Fade.
Where do you think we were?
Oh.
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Well, that was not what I expected when I went to talk to Solas. So he can... I'm a bit confused. I know it said he can always walk in the Fade, but can he... Obviously, he can bring me along with him, and... I don't know, like... shape the Fade? Because that's not the Fade that I remember from other games. So... let's go talk to him one more time and see what Solas might have to say for himself.
Sleep well?
Yeah, that was strange. I'm just going to go with that one.
I had some odd dreams. Very odd dreams. With very odd people in them, for that matter.
I will take that as a compliment, given that you include yourself. Remember, you came looking for me.
I know, but...
I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable.
Okay.
But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Okay, sure. Tell me about the elves. Haven't we done that before?
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
Perhaps you could ask Sera. She has... opinions.
She's worthy of respect. You don't seem to like her. Yeah, but I'm not asking Sera. I'm asking you.
If I wanted Sera's opinions, I'd be talking to her.
And learning some colorful new idioms, no doubt. What do you wish to know?
I could have sworn we did this already, but maybe I'm going crazy. Tell me about elven magic.
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
Now I remember now, we talked all about the fate and stuff, not elves. Well, was the elves' immortality due to magic?
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
About blood magic.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot.
Right?
Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
Blood magic seems interesting. Blood magic is evil. I don't mind blood magic. I don't know if I don't think Theron's going to be interested in blood magic. I don't know if he's going to know if it's evil or not. So I think he's going to be ambivalent because I don't know if he would have been exposed to it being in a mercenary group. I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
That's not.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
I mean, Solas' explanation makes more sense, but I don't like Theron's response. That wasn't where I was going with it, but anyway. Tell me about ancient elves.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Sharal. But Hallam Sharal was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvenan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
Well, what else?
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches. Palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
I keep, based on his description, all I could imagine in my head was like Lothlorien from Lord of the Rings, so that'd be pretty beautiful. Tell me about the Dalish.
I'd like to know more about Dalish elves.
It is a mistake to think of the Dalish as a single group. They have lived as separate clans for centuries now. As a consequence, each clan has learned, interpreted, and forgotten different parts of Elven history. Some trade freely with humans, or adopt city elves who flee the alienages. Others attack humans on sight.
Tell me about the city elves.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I think he had a little bit more. Oh, I guess he does have a little bit more.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
Really? You get on with it? Name it? None of these are really... It's fine. We'll just go with name it.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
How did you hear the cry? You have friends. Wow. We'll rescue your friend. You heard it in your dream. How did you hear the cry if you were sleeping? I hesitate to ask.
When your friend was captured, how did he...
It.
It?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
Well, I have questions, obviously. Why didn't it want in?
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
Why would they summon it?
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
I'll help. I can go along with it. I'm not saving a spirit. I mean, of course we're going to help, Solas. I have to try it, right?
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
Okay. Codex unlocked Spirit of Wisdom. All new faded for her. Let's So I'm guessing inner circle. One of Solas' old friends, a spirit, has been summoned against its will and needs his help. Find the spirit with Solas and the exalted planes. Okay, well, I think Solas may have had more to say, but I wanted to move on. I checked with Vivian, nothing new there, so let's check in with Dorian.
Have you been to your quarters lately by chance?
Not recently.
Do, when you have the time. There's something there that might interest you.
Okay. That's awful vague.
I need to talk to you.
Could at least bring me wine. Loosens the tongue, so to speak.
Kiss, end this, let's spend time together, so the same ones as usual.
On second thought, I've changed my mind.
One of those days, is it?
I guess I need to go to my quarters, but let's talk to Liliana first. Okay, Liliana, do you have anything good to say?
Inquisitor?
You're well connected?
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Ah, tell me about Morrigan.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He seems so normal, like any other little boy, and so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean, never mind.
Do you think she knows that what Edward and Morrigan did to avoid Edward dying, I wonder?
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
Yep. Let me get,
Did
any
you need
updates?
something?
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm going to
I'll
run
leave
up
you to
to
your
my
work.
room, because Dorian said I should go check it out, and I'll meet you there if anything should happen.
So, it's all very nice, this flirting business. I am, however, not a nice man. So, here is my proposal. We dispense with the chit-chat and move on to something more primal. It'll set tongues wagging, of course. Not that they aren't already wagging. I suppose it really depends. How bad does the Inquisitor want to be?
Oh, goodness. It's about time. Can we slow things down? Forget it. Well, I am romancing Dorian, so we're going to go with the romance option.
I thought you'd never ask.
I like playing hard to get.
And now?
I'm gotten. I like your quarters.
Do you now?
Don't misunderstand. I'm not suggesting we venture into mutual domesticity. I just like your appointments.
Ah.
Not that I couldn't suggest some changes. Your taste is a little austere.
Change away something on your mind. That's quite the hint. Is there something on your mind? I hesitate to ask again.
You seem a little distracted.
Sex will do that. It's distracting.
I heard a rumor.
Very well, you've rooted me out. There is something I want. I'm curious where this goes, you and I. We've had fun, perfectly reasonable to leave it here, get on with the business of killing archdemons and such.
But, is that what you want?
Tell me what you want.
All on me, then.
Should it be all on me?
I like you. More than I should. More than might be wise. We end it here, I walk away. I won't be pleased, but I'd rather now than later. Later might be dangerous.
Why dangerous?
Walking away might be harder then.
Well, I'm romancing Dorian. I don't want to break up with him because my last two romances haven't gone very well. So I'll go with I want more.
I want more than just fun, Dorian. Speechless, I see.
I was expecting something different. Where I come from, anything between two men, it's about pleasure. It's accepted, but taken no further. You learn not to hope for more. You'd be foolish to.
This is more Let's Be Foolish, and now, well, I feel lots of pressure on what I'm supposed to say next. So, well, let's be foolish. Let's expect more.
So let's be foolish.
Hard habit to break.
I'm good at breaking things.
Hopefully not everything.
Oh.
Care to, inquisit me again? I'll be more specific in my directions this time.
Show off.
Oh my gosh, did one of my characters finally sleep with their romantic interest and they didn't dump me right afterwards? Because, spoilers if you haven't watched Origins and 2, I feel like that happened both times. Maybe not immediately after with Morgan, because Edward romanced Morgan, but it definitely happened with Fenris. So, okay, that was lovely. That was unexpected. But, I don't think we need to check in with Dorian, so I'm going to go head out and check in with all my friends outside of the main castle. And here we are with Cassandra, so let's see if she has anything new to say.
Planning troop movements now?
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
Well, we make things better. You can't guess. There is no plan. I mean, technically, I don't think there is a plan. And technically, are we supposed to be in charge of how everything looks when we're done? Like, each country does have their own government, right? Even if it's not the best. Anyway, I'm rambling. Well, I'm assuming we're going to make things better, right?
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
I don't want the same things. Those are admirable goals, and you're too idealistic. Well, let's go with the goals one, because that's about where I think Darren would go with it.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
I could still romance Cassandra? No. You admire me? Well, let's ask the question first.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I obey my conscience, I make it up as I go, and I do what must be done. Yeah, I think Theron's the guy who just does what needs to be done. I mean, he does obey his conscience to a certain extent, and yeah, we're making it up as we go, but really we do what needs to be done.
I do what must be done. What other choice is there?
The demands of the moment.
Exactly.
When we first met, if someone told me I would be pleased to have you lead me, I would have throttled them. But I am. The Maker chose well.
I hope we're friends. Thank you. I don't deserve that. I mean, it's a lot of pressure to assume that their god has chosen you to lead them. It's a lot of pressure, Cassandra, but I'd rather just be friends, please.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Can you believe this armor? It must have cost 2 houses.
It's all right. Kind of heavy.
Looks good on you. You too, Voth. I can't wait for the next job. Inquisitor, this gear is the best. I never thought, well, will be worth it, I swear.
Well, that was nice. I tried checking in with Iron Bowl after talking to Cassandra and nothing. Same thing with Krem, and now I got another operation for Sutherland and his well-armored crew. So let's go check in with
quite the influential list of allies.
Sera.
We could have stopped before that black wall.
There are few orders as legendary or
Yeah, don't pick on Blackwall. Let's check. Let's save and check in with Sera.
Hey, you have time? It's not a question, let's go.
Okay.
I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
I don't have time for games. What are you getting me into? Let's go with that one.
Sera, explain.
Just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I friggin' still hate cookies.
How do you hate cookies? They're fine, but this is odd. This is not what I expected. Why are we eating cookies? Yeah, why are we eating cookies if you hate them?
Why am I sitting on a roof eating awful baked goods?
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The one she made, she bought and pretended. Right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated...
Cookies?
Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
It's not stupid. Emerald was nice. Why hate her?
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride whore noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
I like you, but not cookies. Baking sounds nice, but here, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I think it's a fine idea. Sure. This is stupid and immature. I'm not going with that one.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Yeah, use chocolate. Yeah, I'll be your cookie taste tester, I guess.
Sera, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
Okay, since we finished with Sera, let's check in with Cole and see if we get another cutscene.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
You've done some odd things.
I hear you've been busy.
Stole cheese and mint.
Someone stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese.
Do mice also like bowls of crushed mint?
That was for the cats.
And you're making the cat's clay.
So the cheese lures the mice, and the mice lure the cats, and then they smell the mint?
Mint makes the cats dance and play.
Oh, yeah, which amuses the cook. Right.
Then the cook laughs at the cats instead of yelling at the scullery maids.
Kitchen fires are hot, like when Haven burned. The old cook lies under rocks. His head is in pieces. She needs to make it all work, so nothing will burn again. But if she laughs, she forgets for a while.
Okay. I don't think I have the hoarding daggers one, but we can check on that later, probably.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
I just know. Okay, so I think all we have left is Cullen and Blackwall, and then I'll wrap things up. Oh, of course, Cullen's not here. So let's talk to this person.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentaghast.
Okay. Okay, I went and talked to Blackwall, but he had nothing new to say, so I figured why not try to do this quest since it's right here. The quest is Perseverance, and it says one of Cullen's runners said he is discussing something with Cassandra. So let's check in with him and her, I guess, and see what they have to say.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium?
Yeah. You were to watch him, he was determined, and I think it's brave. Yeah, you were gonna watch him, right?
Yes. He trusted your judgment on the matter.
He was not interested in my judgment today. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he tell me? I mean, isn't that obvious? But let's ask it anyway.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Can he change his mind? Who do I listen to here? Shouldn't he decide? I think we should try to change his mind. He seems okay, right?
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
All right, so my quest update says that I need to go back and talk to Cullen. But, yeah, Cullen is suffering the effects of lyrium withdrawal. Cassandra wonders if now is the best time for Cullen to stop taking it. Speak with Cullen. Well, I want to go do that, but we're pretty much at time for today. Maybe tomorrow before we start our next quest, we'll do that real quick. And, I don't know, see if we can wrap it up rather quickly. But yeah, this is where I'm ending things, and that was my plan for tomorrow. So yeah. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.